It's now my distinct pleasure to introduce our commencement speaker, Laura Linney. A member of the Juilliard Board of Trustees since 2009, she is a Group 19 graduate of the Juilliard Drama Division and is also a previous Juilliard honorary doctoral recipient. And of course, she is one of the most distinguished and accomplished actors of our time. She represents the highest standards of the profession through her keen intellect, superb artistry, and special sensitivity to those around her. It's my great privilege to welcome her to this ceremony. Laura.
President Polisi, trustees, distinguished guests, family, friends, and most importantly, the Juilliard graduating class of 2013. Thank you. Thank you for allowing me to participate in this very exciting, extremely joyful day. Because unlike most, today is a true rite of passage. Perhaps not as significant as birth or first love, but it is the commencement of your lives as performing artists outside of this very unique and extraordinary place called Juilliard. After years of arduous study and exploration, you are, at this moment, suspended between the ending of one part of your lives and the beginning of another. After 4 years at Juilliard, did you ever think this day would come? Can you believe you are sitting here? I congratulate all of you on this truly remarkable accomplishment, because graduating from Juilliard is a tremendous accomplishment. It is also a unique privilege, not to be brushed over lightly. It is something you can and should be proud of for the rest of your lives. Juilliard inherently changed me, and I'm sure that it has changed all of you as well. I'd also like to take this opportunity to acknowledge and congratulate our faculty. The gifts that you have given this graduating class will stay with them in ways that you will never comprehend. I know what it is to have received your guidance, your care, to benefit and be challenged by your fierce expertise, and to receive the gift of your time. You have no idea how your words will ring in our ears, how your cues will guide us decades after we leave this place. So for those of you who are now graduating and saying goodbye to Juilliard and to this chapter of your life, I hope you'll take a moment and thank those teachers or staff who offered you something useful or good along the way. Those who knew how good you were, how far you could go, how much you could give, and how much you could take, far long before you did. Say thank you to those who pushed, and prodded and made you feel that occasional flash of pride or those moments of agonizing, valuable discomfort. Yeah. Those who intimidated and inspired you through the sometimes painful, often joyful Juilliard experience. Since my graduation in 1990, I find I am more deeply indebted than I ever knew possible to this faculty and to the staff who make the Juilliard School what it is. Many times over the years, I've been asked what I consider my big break. The interviewer, of course, is looking for an anecdote, for the name of a play or a film, hopefully a movie star, or a famous director who once gave me the job. I've always answered the question honestly and in exactly the same way. My big break was getting into Juilliard. The questioner always seems stunned to hear that, a little disappointed, and I'm always puzzled and I must admit a little irritated by their reaction. But how could I expect them to know what Juilliard has done for me? How difficult it is to get into this school. How could he know about the tools we've been given and how valuable they are? So now, my friends, you have done more than just get into Juilliard. You have now gotten out of Juilliard. You are as prepared as a graduating artist can be. You have done the most that you could do for yourself and for your craft before entering a world that has always been challenging to the arts and to its artists. All of you are moving into a world ever ready to remind you that you aren't in school anymore. A world that demands results quickly and cares very little about how you produce them. It's true. You are not in school anymore. But now, the school is in you. That means that the creative tools that you have begun to cultivate inside Juilliard will guide you when you're lost or exasperated, when you don't know what you're doing, when you feel alone, when everything is wrong. The lessons you have learned here and the ways of working that you have developed here are always available to you, and they will always help you. In the years since I left this place, I have learned to relish the challenge in translating a director's demand for quick results into a working process that helps me deliver them. I've also learned to safeguard the study and my experiences here. I keep the collective concentration I shared with every member of Group 19 as close to me as possible. They are all, students and teachers, an invisible army that I take with me wherever I go. I've also learned that the most interesting artists are those who aren't too afraid to fail, those who follow their instincts ignited by text or score. As Jack Lemmon once said, failure seldom stops you. What stops you is the fear of failure. You've made it this far by taking very big chances. Don't stop now. You will never achieve a deeper understanding of your work or learn the tough lessons if you are liked or comfortable all the time. When I received my honorary doctorate from Juilliard in 2009, I was really thrilled. And I giggled for weeks that I could, if so desired, have my driver's license title me no longer as Ms., but Doctor. Being honored by your alma mater is always special and slightly surreal. And I still feel like I belong much more out there with you graduates than I do behind this podium. But that event and receiving that degree really it made me stop and think. A doctor of the arts. What a wonderful idea. I mean, what a terrific concept. And then I thought, well, why doesn't such a thing exist? I mean, wouldn't it be wonderful if when we went to see our medical doctors, we could also go to a doctor of the arts as well? And have them diagnose our ailments and then prescribe the most healing art for our given situation. Depressed? Immerse yourself in the sounds of Louis Prima or the jazz of Jean-Baptiste and watch the soaring beauty of a young Suzanne Farrell or Baryshnikov. Angry? Let Dawn Upshaw soothe you. Or recite some Lear until catharsis takes hold. Anxious? Surround yourself with the salve that is Chopin and the truths of Oscar Wilde. Disconnected? Try a poultice of Proust and inhale a production of De La Guarda or the mother effer with a hat. Grieving? Read some Robert Frost. It makes so much sense. The arts are healing. The performing arts, radically so. They change the way we view ourselves and others. They provide stunning beauty when the world feels ugly and bereft. They illuminate the truth when life is overwhelming and chaotic and we are distracted. They make us feel that we are not alone. So I encourage all of you to be your own doctor of the arts. Use and follow the inherent wisdom of the great work that has come before you. Seek out the exciting work that is being created right now. Cling to it like a life preserver when necessary. And most importantly, always remember that your dance, your music, your theater will continually heal you while you help to heal others. So, today, as you head out into the world, hoping to inspire audiences, to grow as an artist, and hopefully to earn a living, it is worth remembering that though this school has given you many gifts, it did not give you talent. Talent is what you gave Juilliard. And this school, your teachers, and the students you have gone through this experience with are the better for it. This place has given you some good ideas about how to work, about how to challenge yourselves and others, about what matters and what doesn't, about which questions must be answered and how to answer them. Now you're free to use your talent and this technique to make something entirely new. I hope you'll take that not only as a priceless opportunity, but as a responsibility as well. A blessing and a curse of being a Juilliard student or graduate is that no one, and I mean no one, knows what it is like to go to Juilliard unless you have gone to Juilliard. And likewise, no one will know what it is like to graduate from Juilliard in 2013 except those of you in this room. This is your time. I have no idea what you will encounter or what adventures you will face, what will happen in the world or the fate of the arts over the next decades. It is a mystery to all of us what your journey will be. It is yours, and it is yours alone. And how you face that challenge ahead of you is up to you, your character as a human being, and your creativity. But there are some things I can wish for you. One wish is that on days when you need it, you'll remember some bit of wisdom that some teacher or fellow student at Juilliard once gave you, something that stuck in your head because you didn't understand it, and that at that time it will suddenly seem crystal clear and endlessly useful. I hope you'll keep a connection with some of the people you have worked with here. You'll be surprised to learn how deeply invested many of them are in your life as an artist, regardless of how tough they seemed at the time. My most fervent wish for you is a vocation in the arts and not a profession. I hope you'll remember that no matter which art you practice, there is no more valuable skill than the ability to listen carefully, especially when you listen to the music, listen to the text, listen to your body. Listen. I hope you'll become an advocate for the arts because the arts need your voice and deserve your loyalty. I wish you perspective when situations or people seem more important than they really are, and the ability to detect those people or events who have much to offer but don't inherently draw your attention. In other words, charisma is not character. This is also very good dating advice. I hope you never give anyone the power to tell you how to feel about your own work. That is your responsibility alone. Critics are in a different profession than we are. Don't look to them for your truth. Deep down, that answer is in you. And most of the time, you know what works and what doesn't, regardless of its popularity or lack thereof. I hope you live through your art in unexpected ways, that as citizens, you will use the best part of you and what you have learned to improve your neighborhoods and communities, that you will give what has been given to you. I hope you will say yes more than you say no. I hope that you will remember what my father referred to as RPF. When you are relaxed, you can be precise. And when you are precise, you can be fierce. I hope that you allow the largest part of yourself to remain a student. Now you have the freedom to be an unsupervised one. And the learning and growth that can come from your own guidance and dexterity and curiosity, mixed with the tools that are now at your disposal, is exhilarating and is at a whole new level. I hope you will be patient with yourself and the world as you transition into your non-Juilliard life. It is very different. Keep an open mind, your friends and your sense of humor close by. But most of all, I hope you'll celebrate, not just today, not just at this graduation with your friends and family and teachers who are so deeply proud of you. I hope you'll celebrate the rest of your lives. The divine Jason Kosminski, who I believe is up here somewhere, used to shout at us in class every morning, "To dance is to live." And I would also like to add, to sing is to live, to act is to live, to make music is to live. So, class of 2013, go live. God bless, good luck, bon voyage, my heartfelt congratulations and best wishes to each and every one of you.